Okay, so let's talk about the equipment now then. And we got your bag here then. So talk us through about the brands you use and what stuff you've got in your bag.
Yeah, I mean, there's obviously loads of different brands of cues. I'm sponsored off Predator. They looked after me when I first started. I didn't know what cues were out there. Somebody mentioned Predator. I contacted them, they gave me a cue, and they've looked after me ever since. So I just love the equipment, I love everything they do, great people, and you know, it works well.
Yep.
This is obviously a Predator case.
So is everything you've got Predator?
Yeah, everything's Predator.
Literally,
Predator case. They make cases, cues, towels, shirts, brake cues, jump cues, you know, everything to do with the billiard industry. Okay. So my Predator towel for when I'm under pressure sweating. I've literally got sort of 3 cues in here me. Don't even have a spare shaft. This is what I take with me. So this is my brake cue. It's a BK3. It's the 3rd edition, if you like. I've took all the weight out of mine, so it's super light. It's probably about 17 ounces, I guess. So it's super light. Yeah, people think the heavier the better. Yeah, but I don't. I like it really light.
Really?
And I just think I seem to get through the cue ball more, and it's all about feel for me. Right. That's what it should be for everybody.
Did you say you're taking the weight out of it? How do you mean you take
well, the way Predator design their stuff is all sort of like 21st century stuff, so you get like weight cartridge bolts, Allen keys and all this, so you just unscrew that.
Oh really?
Yeah, you just unscrew the rubber at the bottom.
Yeah.
And then there's obviously I've not got the weight cartridge on me, but you can just put any weight in, so you get many different types of weight. Right. So when I'm going to the gym lifting weights, I actually change the weight in my cue. At the minute, I've not been going to the gym through injury, and my cue feels quite heavy because my playing cue is 19 ounce. Right. But obviously when I'm back in the gym it feels a bit lighter, but I've noticed recently it feels a bit heavy. So I would have to take some weight out. Yeah. But obviously
that's great that you can just adjust.
Yeah, you can just, you get like, you know, all these different weights, so you can just tweak it however sort of suits you.
Does it not change the balance of it though, to have that amount of weight changing to that end?
It's not really. I mean, it's more, some people like playing with a heavier cue because you know, they feel like the cue's helping them to a degree, do you know what I mean? Yeah. Again, it's a personal preference. I don't actually use the brake shaft that the cue comes with. I don't use a brake shaft. I use the exact same shaft I play with. So this is 314. Right. And they're identical because I don't want to like brake with a completely different shaft. I mean, they have phenolic tips on brake cues, which are like super hard. It's almost like braking with concrete, if you like. The chalk doesn't stick too well on it, but it's really hard and powerful. Right. But I like leather tip, and I want to use the same cue in theory. Right. So I actually brake with a playing shaft.
So why do you have 2 cues then if they're both the same?
I literally have 2 cues because, as you can see, on my brake cue, the tip is like super sort of flat, and you know, it gets a lot of, as you can imagine.
Is it purposely flat, or is it just got flat?
It just gets flat because you're whacking it. As well, as you can see, my playing tip's a bit more domed, and it stays that shape. And I probably snap 1 shaft a year braking. Right. Because you're just breaking these balls super hard. You know, in a lot of tournaments, I split them right down there. Right. This one's actually been, I've probably had that getting on 2 years. It's not split, but I have split a few straight down there. Really? Okay. That's not due to bad manufacturing, by the way. It's just obviously the size of the ball, and it's getting constantly, you know, pounded. So that's the brake cue. Okay. My playing cue is the new Black 3 Series. This is probably like £1,000 cue. Right. Just the way it's all inlays, but it's obviously all designed sort of individual taste, if you like. This cue's about 19 ounce. Play with a 3142 Predator Victory tip, so even the tip's Predator. You know, they do all that. So that's my playing cue. Yep. And then jump cue, this is a Predator Air, and this is the super hard tip what would be on the brake shaft that I don't use, because obviously you're trying to pop over, do you know what I mean? Yeah. And this one comes with a little bit, so this would be more, the shorter the cue would be sort of the closer to the ball, so you've got to get up. Yeah. And if it's sort of like that, a bit more of a longer jump shot, I would put this on. Right. Like that, and obviously you've got a bit more leverage. Yeah. And yeah, so they're the 3 cues I've got. Okay. And then I literally carry Tape, double-sided for the logos.
Right, good, yeah.
Hair gel for my hair.
Important.
You know.
Yeah.
Logos.
I'm worried about what you're going to pull out of it. Yeah.
Logos.
It's important. Yeah, there we are.
My chalk.
Yep.
And then this is the extension, what goes in the bottom of the cue. Like so. Just for them extra sort of long shots that you can't quite reach.
Right.
And then in this bit, I've got a tip pick. So if like the tip's looking a bit sort of worn down on my playing cue, you just give it a little bit of that.
Right.
That's all I carry, mate.
And what's that for then?
It's just to get the chalk sticking better, because obviously, you know, it's in your case, in the car, aeroplanes, you know, it can get a bit humid and stuff, so it's just giving it a bit more life, if you like. Just so I've got one of them.
So when you get your normal playing cue with the tip arrives with it on there, do you shape it, or is it already how you want it to be? What do you do with it?
I mean, they do come ready shaped and ready to play, but they're always a tiny bit high for me, personal preference again. So I just lower it a touch, but some people might just leave it high, they might go lower than me.
Sandpaper?
Yeah, just sandpaper, rub it down basically, But when I get it re-tipped, I would never re-tip an American cue because the ferrule's plastic. It's not like doing a snooker cue where it's brass and you've got a bit more, you can be a bit more rougher, can't you, because of the metal. As where you take a bit of the plastic off, you've ruined it. So I always get it done on a machine off the guys in America.
Right. And have you tried sort of changing tips? Do you? I mean, are you one of these guys who likes to continually try changing your equipment, or are you just happy it's?
No, I mean, I've had this shaft probably getting on 2 years. I probably could do half really, because they lose a bit of strength, if that's the right word, you know, because you know you're constantly rubbing it down, so it's going to go a touch thinner. But I do like this shaft, to be honest, and the tip it's a bit of a freak tip. This I've had it on for about 2 years, and it still seems to. I've never really shaped it or anything. Just it just seems to be a bit of a freak tip. So yeah, I've just left it. But I literally just unscrew the cue, lob it back in there, and then the next event I got. I'm not one of the types of guys who needs a new tip every sort of 2 months, and you know, like I said, that's been getting on 2 years. You know, just rock up sort of thing.
And do you worry about having to change your cue?
No, never.
It's fine.
No, just it's not like snooker, because obviously a snooker cue is made from sort of ash and the grains. You can't really get 2 cues the same as such. So if you lose your snooker cue, it's sort of worrying to a degree. But with me, it's literally I just unscrew it, and to be honest, I could probably put like my brake butt on there and still play. Yeah, it's just the most important thing's the shaft. But you seem to, it's a bit like tennis, they get another racket, don't they? This is what American pool's a bit like, you can just grab another stick really. It's quite good for that.
That's been really useful. That's great.
Yep.
Super job, thank you.